There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Karen. How are you doing? Miss Fran. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I'm sorry. Let me answer this email real quick. I'm going live. Period. I'll call you afterwards. It never ends, I'm telling you, people. I hope you are having a... Aw, thank you. Karen, you're always so sweet to me. You gotta be one of the sweetest souls alive, I tell you. My day was good, trying to catch up. My husband and I, aka moderator, I don't know if y'all saw, but we did hypnosis training this weekend. So, 10 hours, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we were in hypnosis training. So it really threw me behind on my business. So I spent all day working, trying to get caught up on my podcast and that kind of stuff. I'm so glad everyone is here tonight. Welcome, welcome. I know this is for those of you who are watching, this is a subscription only. The general live is going to be tomorrow night after, is it tomorrow night I'm doing it? Yes, tomorrow night after class. So it'll be about 7:30 or so. Hello, 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 hello. Fran, I know that you had mentioned something about joining my, the book club thing on that's gonna, the healing trauma. Here it is. I didn't see, I just want to make sure you know that you have to register for it. I didn't see you registered, which there is plenty of time to register. This doesn't start until, when does it start? October 5th. I have my bulletin board over there. So it starts October 5th, but you have to register and buy the book. And what that will be is we will go through the book. The chapters are super short and very, easy to read. I know that people don't have a lot of time. And then each class will discuss it, or each meeting will discuss it, and then I'll give you some helpful hints on maybe some tapping techniques or different things that you can use to kind of snap yourself out when you're heading back into those thought circles or something like that. If we have time, we'll do some guided meditations. It's just kind of what everyone wants the class to be. All right. Okay, who do you got for me? Just whoever?
Beth, her best friend Lee.
And that's who I was going to choose. Okay, Beth, is your friend Lee a male? Because I have a male stepping up. And so I know that you are a female, and usually best friends of females are females. So, but the gentleman stepping up is a male. So, trying to pull up Beth's friend Lee, and I have a male here. He is, hello, welcome, welcome, new subscriber. A female. Okay, I thought so. I think that's the person standing behind him. So don't go anywhere, Beth. I don't know if you have ever watched some of my lives, so this is not unusual. If I'm calling up a spirit, it's not unusual if there is one that really needs to step forward for the one that I want to kind of hang back and let the one that I'm trying to call up. So hang tight, Beth. I felt like your friend was a female because the energy. I could just tell from the energy. All right. There's not a lot of people on here, so let's hopefully we can. This guy's loved one is here. We have a spirit up for grabs. Again, Beth, don't go anywhere. We're going to circle back to your friend Lee, who is very excited for me to pull this gentleman up and is very excited for her part in getting him up here. Okay, this guy was young. He passed, how old were you? I'm hearing 24, but somewhere along there. He's kind of tall. No, he's not that tall. He's like 5'11", he's saying. And thin. He's definitely thin. Nice hair. This guy has very thick hair. Okay. I am still hearing an L name, like Larry or Lou, something like that. He smoked. And though his hair was brown, it had reddish tints to it. Like I can see when he would get out in the sun, it would have red in it. He died in the accident. He's showing me a motorcycle. I'm not convinced he died in a motorcycle accident. He did die in some type of accident, and he did ride a motorcycle. So I'm going to recap. If you can claim this guy, please put a yes in the comments. He's saying 24, but if, give or take a few years, just roll with that. He's about 5'11". He was thin. Thick. He was very proud of his hair. It was like this thick brown hair, but when he was out in the sun, it would very much glint red. Like you could see the reddish undertones to it. I'm hearing an L name like Larry, Lewis, Lou, something like that. He was absolutely a smoker. And he died in an accident.
Tracy wants to know recent or in the 60s.
Not either. My moderator just asked me if it was recent or in the 60s. It wasn't either. He's showing me. Let me place his clothing. We have, I want to say 80s, 90s. He passed. He was not 80 or 90. He was in his 20s. He passed, I want to say, in the late 80s to early 90s. All right. Aw, thank you, Miss Caitlin. We want all the love. See, that's what I like about subscriptions. They're like, everyone's always so nice. They're sending love, and they're happy. All right, so, it doesn't look like anyone's going to claim this dude. We will hang out, and I'll park him. And, one more time. He's saying one more time, so I'm wondering who just jumped on here. He's saying one more time, so let me do it one more time. But I will. He was about in his 20s, mid-20s, let's say. I'm hearing 24, but let's go with mid-20s, 5'11". He was thin. He had thick brown hair. Then when he got in the sun, you could definitely catch the red glinting off of it. He was a smoker. He died, even though he was in his 20s, the time frame he died was like 80s, early 90s in there. He also, something about his teeth, he didn't need braces, but something about his bite was off. He's showing me the bite of his teeth was off. Okay, and though in the beginning I did hear a Larry, an L name, now I'm also hearing the name Steve. So I'm not sure how that plays into it, but I'm hearing two names, the Larry and Steve. Last time this happened, one of them belonged to him and one of them belonged to the person that he was associated with. So I'm hearing the names Steve and Larry. All right. We are going to circle back now to Miss Best Friendly. I know, Tiffany. He'll probably be claimed. I don't know. Have I ever left a live without my spirits being claimed? I'm sure at some point I have. I do go live so many times. Okay.
Pretty rare.
The lady who is stepping up, the Lee who is stepping up, who kind of got out of the way. Okay, my boyfriend's Steven, but he's 3 and passed in May.
But he's 30.
Right, I'm feeling into this. The 30 I could take. The only thing I'm having issues with is May. I think he's been in spirit longer than that. I had to feel into it and communicate with him for a minute. Yeah, he's been in spirit for longer than just May. Sorry, honey.
Beth said she's got something. Lee's husband was Steve. I'm not sure who Lee is.
Oh, okay, very good. That must be why I was hearing the name Steve, because she was wanting me to circle back. Okay, also, Miss Beth, how many followers does Beth have? I said, how many followers does Beth have? I was going to have her.
I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, 78. Now, if she had 1,000, I was going to make her go live with me so I could talk to her. You're lucky, Beth. You just escaped having to go live, because if you had 1,000 followers, I was so going to request you to go live with me so we could do this back and forth instead of me waiting for you to comment. But you're safe. I hate that how TikTok won't let you go live unless you have a certain amount of followers. Okay. That could very well have been her trying to get me back to her. She's very much talking about... man, y'all were such running buddies, and you incorporated, like when she was with Steve, you kind of incorporated the whole thing into your life. Like, he was just part of her. You became good friends with him, and how much she loved that. You are so open. You are so, Beth, hang tight, and we'll circle back to that. Oh, he rode motorcycles. Okay, that's what you're saying about that. So Steve rode motorcycles. Very good. Okay. So did he... Everything else fit, Beth? Except for him being dead? She's also talking about... She loves, Beth, your energy, your ability to hold space, your ability to... heal people just by your presence. There's a saying by Gabriella Bernstein that is, your presence is your power. You are very much that person. Your presence is your power. You hold space for people. You heal just by being around them. And she is talking about how proud she is of you for the empathy that you exude to people.
Oh, the other male she thought might have been her son.
Oh, you have a son in spirit too. Gotcha. Yeah, so wish you, like, let me check again. No, still don't.
She said 78.
I was so going to make you go live with me, because now we have some juice to get to the bottom of. So that is probably why Lee was so excited about pushing this guy in front of her. Okay, so we're kind of wrapping it all up here. You can tell how, so Lee's husband, I said the name's Stephen. Lee's, oh, they knew each other very well. That would make so much sense why she would be pushing him in front of her. She's like, no, your mom's asking for me, but we're going to get you up there first. That makes so much sense. Okay. So let's get all this information cycled out. Steve, the name I was hearing, Steve, is Lee's friend who we have here. And all the other information fit your son who you lost. And I'm assuming he was in his 20s when he passed. Very good. Yeah. As you know, it's been such a day. I've just been running. When I looked back at Lee, she's like, tricked you. Yeah, you did. It's like, did you have to start my live out with being such a...
I think it's Tiffany. Oh, I love this for her.
Such a thing. He was in a motorcycle accident, my son. Okay, very good. Very good. Not very good that he was, but very good that everything fit. Thank you very much. All right. What was your son's name? I'm just curious now, Beth. Now I'm trying to wrap up all this information that I was given by this other spirit. Your son, now that we realize who he is, he's now gotten really close to me, and it's no wonder. This is making all so much sense now. See, this is... can't make this crap up. Okay. There has been some kind of birthday your son is acknowledging, Beth. He's acknowledging a birthday celebration that has recently happened or is going to happen. And when spirits do that, it's just a sign that they are around. He is also talking that you got a tattoo. They're standing so close together. I'm getting like, oh, okay, very good. You knew where I was going with this because it's like I'm hearing an L name. Brett, but his dog, his best friend Lou, is now with him. All right. Thank you very much. Let me just sit for a moment in awe of what just happened here. Okay. Very good, very good. Thank you so much. So then both of these spirits belong to you. Beth, you getting a twofer tonight. A twofer, good for you. Okay, so your son is very much talking. Okay, you have gotten a tattoo for one of these, or someone has gotten a tattoo for one of these people. Very much I'm feeling, I know, right, Fran? It's like this has been, like I knew I was seeing what I was seeing, and now when you're doing a reading and all the little pieces fit into place, you're like, yes, it makes sense now. Okay, so your son is talking about the birthday coming up or has just passed, and both of them have stepped really close, and they're talking about for one of them, someone has gotten a tattoo for them. She's talking about, I don't know if you've done this or if you've thought about it, but your friend is talking about getting a tattoo for both of them. Bump, 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 bump. You know, this is what I love about these subscription lives is that people are so sweet and everyone is so excited for Beth. Instead of people saying, wait a minute, she's only supposed to get one spirit. Wait a minute.
I never got a whole sleeve tattoo of him and her fishing.
Oh, very good. I knew someone had gotten a tattoo for
That's cool.
for her, for him, or one of them. But anyway, everyone's so excited. It's so sweet to see that. When spirits talk about tattoos that people have gotten, it's a sign that they are around and they see what's going on. He also wants you to know that he didn't suffer. I was about to thank them for stepping up, and he's like, no, tell her I didn't suffer. So I don't know if that was a concern of yours, if you felt like it looked like he had, but even if he was alive, his spirit was starting to disconnect from his body, and he is saying that you went and said goodbye to him. He's showing me, Beth, that you went and said goodbye to him. And he's showing me you in there. I think he was...
I always wondered if he did.
Yeah. You know, that's not something I usually talk about because, you know, I don't. But he was about to go and he's like, tell her I didn't suffer, Like, so I knew it must have been something that you had wondered about. All right. Thank you guys for stepping up. You know what? I just have to stand in appreciation for your spirits, Beth, what just happened, because you asked for Lee. So for y'all who are just watching or stepping on, she asked for Lee. It was a man. I knew it wasn't her Lee, but I said, you know, this person Lee is really letting this other guy step up. I described the guy, had an L name. I had Stephen. Stephen was Lee's husband, who is still alive. The L name was the person who asked for Lee, her son, and it was his dog, who is also in spirit. So then it all just fed in together. That was beautiful.
You're amazing, and thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. I just have to stand in awe of the spirits right now. Let me tell you, y'all are kicking ass tonight already. All right. I said y'all are kicking ass already, and Lee was like, right back at you, honey. Appreciate them. All right. So who we have now?
Kelsey, Dad, Jason.
Okay, so Kelsey, your dad, Jason, is walking up, and he's in jeans. He has his thumb in his front pocket. And he's kind of, like, as I have the one set exiting, he's coming in. He's like, man, I don't know if I can compete with that. What you got to, Jason? They set the bar high for tonight. So, what you got for me? Okay, so I know his name is Jason. Is there an L name associated with him?
She said it sounded, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the way he walked up. That was a very distinct walk. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could. And I have done it before. I have had people in my office and I'll like touch them and try to put in their head what I'm seeing. Sometimes it works. Who is what did I say? An E name? Yeah, he's Jason. She is Kelsey. But is there like an E name? Did I say E or K? I can't remember now.
You said L. And I don't know. Is he pulling trucks? His brother just passed from the same cancer. Is it he drove pulling trucks? His brother just passed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if his brother had an L name.
Okay, I thought it said E. I thought it said E name.
Oh,
someone says L.
Yeah. Fran's on my side.
Thank you, Fran. Are you siding with my husband? I couldn't decide what the hell I said. That's what happens when you are reading. Just for y'all know that. So when you're reading, Sometimes you're just bringing through the information, not really thinking it, so you lose track of what you said. That is hysterical. Okay, thank you, Fran, for signing with my husband. No hard feelings. No, I'm teasing you. Okay.
His brother's name is actually all J's.
All J's. Okay.
I think Kelsey actually asked for someone else earlier. Oh.
Okay, yes, L. Okay, okay, I get it. Y'all are siding with my moderator. Okay, so Kelsey, I asked your dad, I said, so you have your brother with you? And he says, I have the whole damn tribe. So that tells me that he has several people over there with him. It looks like a dad and a mom, and he also has, thank y'all, not just his brother, there's someone else with him on the same generational line that looks like maybe a friend or a cousin, but it's the same like generational line. He is talking about, I know that you just put the name of who you want in the comments. My welcome to the new subscribers. You put the name in the comments, and
Kelsey also had asked, I believe, no, it's not the same person.
Okay, my moderator was confused too. He is very much talking about that you have had a ton of loss lately, and he is talking about that you have been very strong, and you are the one that people lean on in your family. Like when something goes wrong, they call Kelsey. You're like the fixer in a good way. I've heard of fixers being not so great, but Kelsey, your dad's talking about you're definitely the fixer in a good way. If something goes wrong, people call you. You always seem to know what to do. You always seem to know how to make people feel better. And again, it's just by you listening to them and hearing their story, and you always know where to send them, or you ought to always know the right thing to say.
I'm the stubborn one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the stubborn one.
And sometimes that stubbornness is what people need. Like, they don't need any wishy-washy nothing. They need someone to make a decision and stick to it. Also, Kelsey, I hate to bring it up again because it was a theme just a minute ago, but I do want to say I'm still hearing an L name from your dad. Who is your dad referencing that has an L name? Who is alive? I'm feeling the person is alive that he is referencing. He's also telling me that, have you been displeased in your job, Kelsey? Your dad is making me feel like that you need to kind of be broadening your horizons when it comes to a job, that they're... Oh, Ling, his best friend. Okay. I knew I had heard that L name. His best friend is really missing him. Really. So... Your dad said, your dad and I were having a discussion because he was saying that he wanted you to just kind of check on his friend and let him know about this reading and that he's thinking about him and he's around him. And so I was like, really? What about your daughter? Your daughter needs some support. And he's like, she's a fixer. That girl's a fixer. So if you feel comfortable doing that, I say don't pass on messages unless you think the other person believes in mediumship. You don't want to do it without permission. Okay, so back to your job, Kelsey. Are you working? What is this job thing that your dad has going on, talking about that you were stubbornly holding on to a job that needs to be let go of? Because I don't feel like, do you work? You're stubbornly, your dad's talking about you stubbornly holding on to... Of course you love me. Oh, good. So, she says she doesn't mind passing along that message. Oh, okay, you work in storage. It's quite boring. Yes, you need something to feed your soul. You need a passion. You need to, Kelsey, if you don't, I have never done on a live what I'm about to do. So y'all should be afraid. Y'all should be scared.
I am.
My moderator's scared. Okay, Kelsey, if you can, if you feel comfortable with it, put your name as it appeared on your birth certificate in the comments to include your middle name.
And if you don't want to, just private message me.
If you don't want to, you can private message the moderator. But I'm going to go on and keep reading. I was just going to run something called a soul implant on you. It gives us our innate qualities. I was just going to see what the vibrations oh, there we go. What is it? K-E-L-S.
K-E-L-S-I-E-B-R-E-A-N-N-E.
E? Oh, yeah.
M-O-S-E-R.
M-O-S-E-R? Okay. M-O-S-E-R. Okay, I have K-E-L-S-I-E-B-R-E-A-N-N-E-M-O-S-E-R.
That's right.
Display. Let's see what we got here, Miss Oh, Miss Kelsey, let me tell you something right now, honey. I'm sorry. You have the same worldly challenges I do, and that is no joke. Okay, but as far as your talents go and what you're going to be good at, you're going to be good at something that is very structured. You're very smart. You have what I call the street smart number. I have that number too. You actually have some of the same energies as me. Anyway, very smart. And the street smart number tells me that you don't make the same mistakes over and over, that you will do the same thing a couple of times, but you're not that person who does the same thing 15 times expecting a different result. So you're street smart. Also, you're very good with structures. This number, the 11-2 number, is very good at any kind of counseling, any kind of, sometimes they can straight up be architects, those types of things. You do have to go to school. They're very good at accounting, very good at counseling, and very good if you had the want to go to school to be an engineer or an architect. They're very good at that. Otherwise, if you don't want to go to that much schooling, they make very good accountants, very good counselors, very good working within structures. Even if you don't want to go to school, if you find a job that is working in structures. However, here's the caveat, Miss Kelsey. You cannot have a job that is completely corporate where you're going to sit behind a desk all the time and not move. That is not, you would not be good with that. You have a vibration in there that's very ethereal, and so you can't do the corporate gig. It would drain you. All right, so there we go. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. Who we got next? Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you for playing along.
Aaron, Dad, Bob.
Miss Aaron, your dad, Bob. Okay, Bob, the gentleman stepping up is,
I need this so much. It's my dad's birthday today as well.
he is stepping up in a vibration. I mean, very kind, but he was also kind of, I'm not sure about this. So on Earth, he would have thought this was absolutely ridiculous. He would have come in your room and been like, you're doing what? You're watching someone do what? Totally not what he was about here on Earth. He wouldn't have been mean about it, but he absolutely would have been like, nope. He's also showing me that he had a little bit of a belly, but he came by it nicely because he liked food. He liked food and drink, he's showing me. He also, it's usually the women I have stepping up talking about this. This gentleman liked holidays, like he liked the holiday season. And he didn't mind the colder weather. He's not showing me...
Yes, he was very straightforward.
And he's not showing me like liking the snow. He's showing me going outside, and it's very... How he's standing it, like he is in jeans and a button-up shirt, and he's got a jacket on that is unbuttoned. But in the jacket, he has his hands in his pocket, like the jacket is kind of poked up, and he has his hands in his pocket like this. So that would have been something that you would have remembered him standing like that. And I don't know why he's still showing me this cold weather, so it's something about it, because he's showing me exactly what I showed you. And also, when he talks, the cold air, like his air, he loved that crisp You know, when you go outside, I don't really care for it, but you know, some people do. I like hot. But when you go outside in that crisp, cold air, and you can, he says, blow smoke. And he loved that quiet. So he also is showing me he's outside. I was like, what are you also showing me? And he did this. Like, I wasn't catching on how quiet it is outside. When he walked outside, it's a crisp air and it's very quiet. He just loved that peace. He was also a working man. This man worked hard and didn't mind it. Like, it gave him purpose. He's someone who would have had a hard time retiring. Even if he did retire, he would have continued to keep himself busy. He wasn't someone who could just sit around and putz. He had to be doing things, making things happen. He's showing me, Aaron, that you and him were very close. Like, you have mad respect for your dad. You put him on a pedestal, he is saying, which isn't a bad thing. He is also showing me you want to kind of trail after him and do what he did. And he said, couldn't have asked for a better daughter. Couldn't have asked for a better daughter. Y'all were friendly. Like, I don't see that kind of friendship between dads and daughters a whole lot. There is someone in the family who has part of your dad's name, he is showing me. And again, that is just an acknowledgement, more confirmation, acknowledgement that they are around. Do you have a son, Aaron? He's showing me, I'm feeling a grandson energy. He's wanting the grandson to know just how proud he is of him. I don't know, it feels like that. Oh, thank you. It feels like that.
I do have a son.
He just wants to give that son some positive reinforcement, and don't think that you're not doing a good job of doing that. But for whatever reason, your dad feels like that he just needs an extra little to a little bit more positive reinforcement, a little bit more kudos, a little bit more of good job. So make sure you pass that along and let him know that his grandpa's thinking about him and how proud he is of him. Proud? I was like, yeah, as y'all know, I don't let spirits say I'm proud of them, I'm around them, they have to prove it. And so I said, proud of what? He said, proud of him trying so hard. Like, he was crazy about your son. I can feel that. I know, between working and going live, I had, I don't know, not even an hour. And my grandbabies live like 6 minutes. And I went over and got me some grandbaby love before I came live. Thank you so much, Aaron, for letting me read your dad. He was an absolute joy. I appreciate him.
Tiffany, Mom, Kim.
Tiffany, your mom, Kim. Okay, so instantly, Tiffany, you're welcome, Miss Aaron. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Instantly, when I called up Kim, she just made me want to put some lotion on. So she would have been a lotion user. She also is going to my bathroom. I haven't had Spirit do this in a while. Like, it will be kind of themes and readings where spirits will kind of use the same symbols. But she's taking me to my bathroom. It could be because I was talking to another medium, and his mom did that earlier today. She's taking me to the bathroom, and she is just really liking my medicine cabinet that has all of my face creams. And so your mom would have loved all the girly things. Like, she's showing me my smelly lotions, the face creams. Something about my mascara. She's really loving my mascara. I don't know what it is up with that. I don't know if you specifically remember her talking about trying to find a good mascara or her struggling to find one. But she's specifically taking me to my mascara, so she's loving that. It's not my mascara. I have this stuff that I use that I put at night on my lashes right here, and it's to make them grow longer. That's what she's taking me to. Do you use some of that stuff, Tiffany? That's just odd that she would be so specific.
Yes, I took it to Ulta to find
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Wow. I'm telling you, these spirits are, I just have to now, are these spirits not kicking ass tonight, people? Y'all spirits are doing a good job. Y'all hear this information coming through from them? It's like, how specific is that? Clearly a sign of who she is. Your mom is also talking about what a good mom you are. You have children?
She had
Tiffany?
small lashes and I was complaining about them.
Oh my goodness. That is why she was so much talking about my stuff that I use, because I used to too. Y'all see my lashes? Y'all want to see them? It's a Roden and Fields product. So Kelly Palmer is my person that I go and see with Roden and Fields if anyone is interested in my lash boost stuff. Kelly Palmer. Shout out to Miss Kelly. She's a sweetie pie. All right. So your mom's like, yeah, she is. And I was like, yeah, she is. She passed in August and he was born in December. Very good. Okay. I knew she was talking about what a good mom you are, and I couldn't figure out why she was bringing it home so much. It's because she passed before your son was born. Thank y'all. Look at that. That's what I saw in meditation the other day.
Did you see that?
I did. That's what I saw in meditation the other day. You know, and I hear you saying she wants you to know that she is around you and that's your son all the time and what a good mom you are. She's showing me that, and you are trying. I mean, I know we all do, but you are really evaluating your behavior and responses and trying to get it right. And she wants you to know you're good to enjoy. She's just saying, enjoy that baby. Stop analyzing it so much. Just enjoy. Stop analyzing enjoy the times. I hear that so much from spirits that when they step forward, they don't talk about like the big times or anything like that. They talk about just those little moments of joy, those little moments of finding happiness. It's beautiful. All right. Thank you, Tiffany, for letting me read your mom. And she did a kick butt job. She did a really good job. All right. Okay, I've seen this come through a couple of times. Someone says that they think that their guides are asking them to do something or wanting them to do something. If you're trying to get communication from your guides, and I'm saying this is because this is a great thing for everyone here. Oh, stop. Brandy, what do you mean your son is missing? Can I have a little more detail on that? Brandy Dimitri says my son is missing. How long has he been missing? Where did he go missing from? And where did he go missing from? How old is he? So if you're trying to get communication from your guides, a couple of great ways to do that is to do automatic writing. And when you do automatic writing, best way to do it is kind of get in a meditative state. However you get 3 deep breaths, do some a guided meditation, and then just write what is coming to you. And also, the best way, the one I love, is to look for synchronicities, because even as a psychic medium, sometimes we can second guess ourselves. Is that what they're really saying? So I kind of wait.
He's been missing for 4 months. He's 24. We don't know. He is gone from his home.
Okay, 24.
Missing 4 months.
4 months.
He's gone from his home.
Where is his home? What state do y'all live in? So make sure you're looking for those synchronicities. That's how I get information, and most mediums do. See things 3 times. Look for them, someone dropping them in, getting a...
Texas.
Okay, just a minute. I'm gonna tap. I know this is the boring part for y'all. I'm sorry. This lady's son is missing for 4 months. So let's just see what we can get here. Okay, so this is one of those things without having you in front of me and doing a full-blown confirmative reading, Brandy. I'm just going to give you some things that I'm getting. This is not by any means something that you should like take to the bank, because like I said, whenever this is what we call forensic mediumship. When you're doing something like that, you really need to be careful, and it's best to have the client in front of you so that you're having the energetic exchange and you can get confirmations. I don't see him in spirit, just so you know. And if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you. I would think of a way around it. Okay, would you have known, and this is what I'm getting, would you have known your son to maybe self-medicate?
Can you do face to face?
Is she asking that? I only do face-to-faces like that whenever I do, but only when people book appointments. On lives, you can only go live with me if you have 1,000 or more.
But she doesn't. She's 54.
1,000 or more, and that's not my rule. That is TikTok's rule.
I just put your website in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Let me fill this through. Okay, so from his home, is he within 2 miles? No. Is he within 5 miles of his home? Okay, I'm getting that he is within 5 miles of his house. Okay, so now let me just tap in. If I leave his house, would I go south? Would I go east? Southeast? Northeast. Okay, I'm getting that he's within 5 miles of his house. He is alive, and I would go northeast from leaving his house. Okay, so let's see. What else can we get on that? Is he with people he knows? Is he with people his mama knows? He's not with people that you know. All right, so, okay, wait a minute. Is he in a house? No. And that was why I was getting, because in my head, I'm picturing a house. I was like, wait a minute, the energy is off here. What is that? He's not in a house. Is he in a hotel? All right. Again, this isn't information when you're doing something, a quick tap on this when you're live. It's not information you want to take to the bank, because when you do forensic mediumship, you really should take your time, get out a map, sit with the energy, confirm information. So, but with the quick tap, that's what I was getting. He's within 5 miles, leaving his apartment, going northeast. Is that what I said? Northeast? Northeast. And it's not a house. I'm not feeling a house. I'm feeling more like a rundown motel. I thought it was a house. I was like, why am I picturing this house, and the energy feels off? Okay, great. Thank y'all for being patient. I'm sure y'all understand that. I think someone said I had within 3. And I think she's talking about 3 miles maybe. And I did have between 2 and 3 miles, but I always err on the side of more than less. All right, who else we got?
Ashley, friend Ryan.
Ashley, your friend Ryan. Let's see what we got here. All right, Mr. Ryan. Okay, so Mr. Ryan, he steps up and he's bringing music with him. Not that he played music, like as he was physically playing it with the drums or the instruments, but he liked music. He also liked to go out a lot. He was very popular, had a lot of friends. He was always talking, and he was the peacemaker. Has she confirmed any of that? All right, Miss Ashley, does that sound like your friend Ryan? If it's not him, just say no. We'll figure out who he belongs to. Ashley, your friend Ryan. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all interacting. Y'all been very patient tonight too. Let me take time to try to help that lady out with her son. I am not seeing any confirmations from Ashley. Looks like we might have a spirit up for grabs. Can you see her? All right. Let's see if we can figure out who this gentleman belongs to. Well, I'll get more definitive information. When you have a spirit up for grabs, you have to get definitive. All right. This gentleman is, how old were you? I'm feeling that he was in his 30s when he passed. He always liked to go out. He had lots of friends. He was a huge talker. He also had, he was not a salesman, but he had that kind of personality. That schmoozer, the time he was always like, trying to talk people into doing things, convince anyone to do anything. Just a huge love for life. Okay, Tiffany seems to be grabbing him. Have I read her before? Is that the same
Different Tiffany.
Different Tiffany. All right, Miss Tiffany. Who is this young man to you? I think I know.
Sounds like Josh. I think, yeah, Josh. Sounds like Josh. And yes, he was a ladies' man.
He was a ladies' man now, wasn't he? I was going to leave that part out, Tiffany, that he was a ladies' man, because I was afraid when you claimed him.
Tiffany said she's new.
That you had a relationship with him, and anyone who had a relationship with this gentleman would have been a little bit disappointed that he had relationships with lots of people. But I was feeling that y'all were more friendly than that. He had, he would have settled down. When he settled down, he would have been a very good mate. He just didn't, he was too busy living life and having fun, and I love to see that. People that aren't worried about, gotta settle down, gotta find someone, gotta. No, let me just, it feels like y'all were just friends. And, had he stayed on this earth, it would have been a little bit more. He had mad respect for you. And oh my goodness, he is showing me, Tiffany, you were just laughing your butt off at the girls trying to, get his attention, and you knew how it was going to end. And sometimes you'd even feel a little sorry for him. You're like, oh my goodness, honey, you just don't know. You just don't know what you're getting yourself into. And,
we weren't just friends, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And had he stayed on Earth, he would have settled down. That's where I was going with this mad respect for you. He would have settled down and been a very good mate. He's talking about that you were just as beautiful as ever.
I was super jealous for a reason.
I know, right?
But I wasn't super jealous for reasons.
Right. He had mad, like you, even though he flirted with other people, even though, yes, all the things, you were like, oh, and you knew you were always going to be number one with him. He just needed to, and I'm not condoning that kind of behavior, no, but he just needed to kind of get that out of his system before he settled down some. He's also showing me do you have a necklace or something that reminds you of him? He makes me just want to grab my necklace and think of him. So I'm not quite sure what that is about, but just know that he's making me want to grab a necklace and think about him. He's also, I don't know what this is about. Tiffany, have you recently been eating crackers? He is literally making me want to brush off my lap, like I have crackers in my lap. Oh, he wore a necklace all the time. Very good. I knew I needed to wear a necklace and think about him. And have you recently eaten crackers?
And I never got to ask about it.
He is, I'm feeling that necklace reminded him of a male figure, but I think it was more of like his grandfather and not his dad. And I'm not saying it was theirs, but it reminded him of them. So, the cracker thing, are you a messy eater? Oh no, he's just making me want to brush off my lap. Because he said I was around her, and before I could even say, you know, you can't do that, he starts brushing off his lap, like showing her this. As you know, I do not let spirits tell me that they're around you. They have to prove it. And he's done it several times. But, yeah. He's giving me a hard time. He's like, man, you're a tough cookie. Like, you just can't say anything. God, prove it all. That's right. It's called evidential mediumship, Mr. Josh. You know the drill. He's laughing about it. Also, Tiffany, he is saying that you are extremely intuitive and you don't trust it. Miss Tiffany, is that so? You don't trust yourself? You don't trust your intuition? So, the best way to work with your intuition as you're just tap into the energies of it. Like a few minutes ago when I didn't even realize what was going on. I was trying to figure out where this lady's son was. And in my head, I had pictured a house. And I was about to let it go and I realized, no, that doesn't feel right. Like it feels stuck. And I realized, oh, it's the house I have pictured in my head. That feels stuck. So that wasn't right. So make sure that you are paying attention.
She said, yes, that's what I've been trying to know. I asked for a rainbow and he sent me a double.
Aww, that's sweet. I love that. Okay, Tiffany, I love that you asked for a sign from Spirit and they sent it to you. So for anyone on here listening, that is a great idea. Ask your Spirit to send you, but tell them, send me, don't make it ridiculous. Don't make it, send me a polar bear and you live in Louisiana. Make it doable for them. Actually, you could. You just have to think outside the box, and you would have to think of, okay, if I walk into a store and see a poster of a polar bear, if I pop onto the internet and the first thing that pops up is a picture of a polar bear, you'd have to think outside the box. So just make sure you are trusting your spirits to send you those signs, and you'll give them a few days to get it to you. Thank you, Miss Tiffany, for letting me read.
We're seeing 111 a lot.
Oh yeah, 111. That one is a lot. Want a panda? Okay, Fran. Okay, Fran's man. I don't know why I said that, Fran. Do you have a man in spirit?
Fran's man is Mark.
I said send her a panda. Okay, Fran, you have to let me know when you get the panda. Send her a panda. Fran's man. No, you have to think outside the box. How are you going to get that? Miss Fran, and then you take a picture of it and you email it to me. And then I'm going to post it on TikTok. Look, Fran's man sent her a panda. Okay. Someone just asked a question. How that works. Yes, you put in the comments who you're looking for, and then my moderator yells out who I'm supposed to read. Who's up next?
I actually have Fran up next.
You have Fran's man?
Mm-hmm.
Fran, you were already on the list.
Her man, Mark. Husband, Mark.
Okay, so that must have been why he was already standing here. I was like, Fran's man. Because I didn't know who you needed, Fran. I turned and there was a man, so I was like, Fran's man. He's laughing. He's like, he'll do that for you, baby. He says, I'll do that for her. I'll do that for my baby. So, Fran, Mark is showing me that he had an illness before he passed and that you took care of him and how much he appreciated just the love that you had for him. And he's absolutely not saying that y'all had a perfect marriage. He's wanting me to make that clear. So there must be something there. But y'all always had love. Like, given your problems, you always had love. And he's also sorry. So these are his words, Fran, not mine. And so I'm about to say something. Whenever y'all, just a hint, if you ever hear me say, these are his words or your spirit's words, not mine, usually something a little bit negative or a cuss word is going to come out. A cuss word tonight. Fran, your husband is saying he's sorry he was an asshole. Those are his words, not mine. That he could kind of dig in his heels for no apparent reason than wanting to dig his heels in. And he shouldn't have been so grumpy, he's saying. He's also talking about, so my moderator, aka husband, however y'all think about him, and I both learned hypnosis this weekend, and
We all knew he was.
oh, good, Fran. Fran's not offended. He's saying that's some shit. Because hypnosis is a great way of healing and kind of releasing some trauma, a little bit quicker than you could have in the past. And so, which tells me, he was kind of a controlling person sometimes because he had some of his own issues that he needed to take care of and release, and that he had not. He's also talking about, sorry, he didn't have his paperwork in order. That caused you quite the traumatic event, and it feels like you're still going through it. I don't know how long he's been in spirit, but you're still going through that. And he's sorry that.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Quite the mess on that paperwork. And it's costing you more money because you don't know what to do with it, which rightly so. Then you have to involve a lawyer. And so, word to everyone out there, please get your paperwork in order. That is something I hear all the time. I have a podcast out there. I don't remember which number it was. Let me see.
16 years and yes, no life insurance, nothing.
Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. You know what? Okay, I have a couple of things on that. Where is Renee's? On episode 10, it's Renee Shull. It's my podcast. There is a book that you can email her and get for free. And it just is a prompt to get all your paperwork in order. And especially if you have someone who is going to be sick. Now, Fran just mentioned that, and I know people have a negative connotation about life insurance. But life insurance is part of any full-blown financial plan. Just because people don't think they're going to die. I mean, how much easier would it be for you, Fran, had you had some life insurance? So make sure you're thinking of that. And not putting it off, because the earlier you get it. And no, I do not sell insurance, so this is not for me. But I just know I used to be a financial planner, and it's just devastating when those young families come in and there's no money. I know life isn't all about money, but it sure does make it easier when you pay your bills. All right, Fran, so thank you for letting me read your mark, and send me a picture when you find that panda. Let's see, someone asked me a question.
Blue, should I go for it and hire someone under my business, or continue solely on my own, to solely own and operate? Should I hire someone?
Solely own and operate. I'm getting that so strongly. Contract someone. Just do contract labor. Do a contract. I do that for my for my media and some of the other things I do. I just contract people. You don't want to mess with. If you had a big thing and you were doing hiring several people, maybe. But now I'm curious. What do you do the daily? What's your business? Okay, who we got next?
I might go to Brielle. Her mom, Pam.
Brielle, your mom, Pam. Okay, Brielle. Okay, I know what I'm getting. Let me just, because I was going to interpret it one way, and I was like, is that right? So what I'm seeing is a lady getting ready, and it looks like she's going out somewhere for the night, not for business, like she's going out to dinner with her husband or something like that. And there's a little girl watching her. And as she's putting on her makeup and stuff, you're kind of getting into that stuff. So would you play dress up with your mom? Or did you like to watch her get ready to go out? And I also see you looking at your mom and just thinking how beautiful she was when she would get herself together and get ready to go out. Not that you didn't think she was beautiful anyway, but especially when she would, I just hear you thinking that she's a princess. She's a princess when she would get ready to go out. She's also showing me, she was in the kitchen cooking. I was like, what are we cooking here? I feel like it's breakfast food, but she also shows me in the kitchen.
Yes, both.
Oh, okay, very good. So she said yes, both. Oh, this is the dialysis diva?
Correct.
Okay, thank you for confirming that information. I appreciate you, Miss Brielle. Your mom is talking about, okay, let me answer this question. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. as I've been on live, I'm on my podcast. I mean, I'm on my podcast. Another psychic medium just messaged me asking a question about a podcast. But I've had 3 other psychic mediums pop up. Hey, do you have a second? I need your opinion. Hey, do you have a second? And I'm telling y'all that. I say it almost every live because I want people to understand that it's okay to kind of second guess on the information. Yes, I want you to trust yourself, but even people, when you get your own information, until you're really trained, until you're confident in it, it can be hard to understand what you're getting. Someone asked where you get a private reading. On my website only, www.christygodwinpsychicmedium.com.
I saw it pop up on my phone, right on my computer.
Transmitting.
Like I'm missing stuff.
Body Wax Studio. Yes, I'm hearing, the Body Wax Studio thing, I think charge them a fee or take a portion, but, yeah, I didn't want an employee. Okay. Brielle, your mom is talking about you have had a lot of trauma in your life. I was trying to think of a more gentler word, but one wasn't coming to me, so we're going to go with what I got. You've had a lot of trauma that you've overcome, and a lot of judgment headed your way. I don't know what that's about, but I'm sorry about that. People can just be so unkind. And your mom is talking about how proud she is of you, or you are so brave, and that you always try to react in love. You always try to think about things from other people's point of view, and I just hear you saying, you never know what someone's going through. You never know what someone's going through. And your mom is so proud of you for constantly taking that view and always knowing that, yes, a lot. I feel that. And it makes me, because you're incredibly strong, but you are so kind. Sometimes people mistake that for weakness, and I don't understand why people mistake kindness for weakness, because it's much easier to lash out and act in anger. That is so much easier than it is to restrain yourself, process your emotions, and take a step forward in love. That is much harder, so I don't know why people confuse the two. Your mom is talking about, Brielle, that you are extremely intuitive and to utilize your automatic writing more. I see a couple of people asking. We'll do psychic in a minute. I see a couple of people asking questions. We'll do psychic here in a minute. Your mom is also telling me that she sends you, that you've seen her. You've actually seen her. Not like 3D in front of you, but you've seen sparkles. You've seen a spirit. You knew what you were looking at was a spirit. Good job. I like it, Miss Brielle. Good job. Okay, is there a language barrier to the other side? If you're talking about, can I communicate with spirits that do not speak English? Yes, I do it all the time. Any language. Most recently, what was that? I don't know. It was like like one of the Arabic languages. Okay, we're gonna do some psychic. Danielle Jackson wants to know, will this pregnancy be successful and healthy? I'm getting a positive on that. Kelly Thompson, should I let my mom go? Gosh. At first I was thinking yes, but I actually got a no on that.
Nina is the guy my mom is planning to remarry a good guy.
So, Nina, what's your opinion on that? Just pop it in the comments. Be looking for that, please. So, Nina, I want to know what your feeling is. Like, why are you asking that question? What is your feeling on if this is a good guy? There's something there. There's something there, and I would listen to that.
Katie wants to know, my mom's passing B from alcoholism. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't talk about that.
I do think that your mom's alcoholism is diminishing the quality of life that she's having here on Earth. I do not, as a medium, I do not tell you when or how people are going to die. But I will say that is definitely diminishing your mom's quality of life, and it will diminish it up until the time she passes.
Caitlin wants to know, will my small business be successful if I start it?
I do feel like it's going to be successful, Katie, and it's because you run hard. Like, that's what, I always tap the energy around it, because a lot of people say, will my business be successful? Well, as a business owner, anyone else out there that runs a business, you have to run hard, especially in the beginning until it gets established. And then once my family's always, she's like, you're doing well, Mark. No, I have to catch the momentum. That's what I always say. I have to catch the momentum. I have to catch the momentum. So, yeah, it will. I feel like you're going to be a hard worker.
Ashley, is my grandma who passed trying to tell me my husband is cheating?
Oh, Lord, I am not answering that question.
I just wanted to recognize her.
What's her name?
Ashley.
Okay, Miss Ashley. Ashley wants to know if her grandmother's trying to tell her husband is cheating. I don't answer those questions. I don't answer if people are cheating. I'm not wreaking that kind of havoc. What I'm hearing from your grandma is to listen to your intuition and look out for the signs.
Kelly wants to know, can you tell is my mom sober?
No.
Caitlin, was my grandma with me during surgery?
Yes. Caitlin, your grandma was there with you in surgery. Is Kelly, didn't I just answer that?
Yes.
Did it come back through? Kelly, I just answered that. Is your mom sober? I'm hearing a no.
Taylor, will my dad continue to feel better?
Yes! Yes, yes, yes. I feel good about that one. Yay! I feel good about that.
Sylvia, will we move to Hawaii next year?
Will Sylvia move to Hawaii next year? I am feeling probably. So that tells me there's something in that situation. There's something in the energy that is undecided. It's leaning towards yes, but what if there's any manifestation work or anything you can do to push it for yes? That's what I would say. Psychic is never 100%. There's free will. And also you have to row the boat. So something about that situation moving to Hawaii can be like pushed a little bit. And I'd give it that little nudge if you want to go.
Brittany, did my dad know he was going to die?
He did. Mm-hmm.
Warrior, I don't know. Will I be able to transfer closer to home next year?
Warrior wants to know if they're going to be able to transfer closer to home. I do feel that. I hope so. I feel very positive about that. All right, ready to go back to mediumship?
Is my mom all at peace? Diana?
Diana wants to know if her Momo's at peace. I do feel that. Okay, Miss Diana. I think we're going to start with you. Because I have a Momo energy. Miss Diana, listen up. This lady is giving me such peace. I just have to sit here with her energy for a moment. Classic grandma energy. Just very loving. Someone who was very integrity driven. Her word was solid. Something about, she has a powdery smell about her. I'm so smelling this powdery smell. And you smell that. You smell her sometimes, Diana. She's saying that you smell her. It's called Claire Alliance. She's also showing me, she was showing me a lot. I was trying to nail down what the scene was that she was showing me. Something about her teeth, Avon. Yes. Yeah, you still smell her. So for anyone who is watching or listening, whenever you smell a spirit, it's called Claire Alliance, clear smell. She's also showing me, do you remember her cooking, is that greens? I don't think it's spinach. I think it's greens. Do you remember her cooking those? Was this a southern lady? She's also showing me some cornbread.
That sounds good.
Oh, you smell her all the time. Isn't that wonderful, Diana? I was, that, even as a medium, that doesn't happen to me very often. I was in a hurry. I opened up our hall closet. I got what I needed. It's where I keep like extra toilet paper and, shampoos and all that. And I closed it real quick and I was like, wait a minute. And I opened it back up and I sniffed and it was my Momo. I was like, mm-hmm. Okay. Your grandmother was Southern? I'm feeling some good old Southern lady here.
Mama was Southern. I stuck green beans in my pocket as a kid, and she told everyone about it.
I love that. Oh my goodness. I was like, is this greens? What are we cooking here? And so Diana is saying she stuck green beans in her pocket as a kid and her mom told everyone about it. I love that. I absolutely love those memories when Spirit steps up and they bring back those fun memories. That's what Spirit's talking about. Unless there's something they have to apologize for, and then they apologize for it. And then they try to bring it to a happy moment. She loves, Diana, that you have those beautiful memories with her. She loves that. She's also saying that, have you been thinking about going back to college? There's some kind of training you've been thinking about doing, like going back to college, furthering your training. So make sure.
Did she know I loved her? I didn't get to tell her goodbye.
When you said that, she's like, baby, really? Mm-hmm. Wow, man. I don't know what's going on in the mediumship community tonight, but that's like my 6th email from another medium. So for the mediums out there, are y'all okay?
I know you went to the hypnosis class.
Are y'all okay? Fellow mediums, are y'all okay? Okay. So this further training that is going on, she's really telling you to step out in fear. She's really telling you that you're letting some of your fear, anxiety kind of hold you back from a goal you want to accomplish. And she really wants you to step out in that. Oh, you started LPN school in October. Good job, Diana. Very good. Very good. No wonder you're feeling some fear. No, good for you. Congratulations. Grandma's very proud of that. And she says, of course, I know that she loves me because you tell her all the time. Because you talk to her. So just know, yes, it's fun to come and talk to a medium and have us confirm your information, but you don't need us. You can talk to your spirits. You don't need us. All right. Thank you, Miss Diana, for letting me read your Momo. Oh, I say grandma, and she's like, she corrected me. Your Momo. Who we got?
Mackenzie, Dad, Mark.
All right, Mackenzie, your dad, Mark. All right, Mark was a smoker. As I'm tapping, I was like, okay, Mark, I'm just wanting to do this. Like, a cloud of smoke, a cloud of smoke, a cloud of smoke. Kind of rude about his smoking, from what I can tell. He's like, moi? Yes, moi. Okay. Mark is showing me, I don't know, do you remember him, Mackenzie, like always using a toothpick or always like using something to clean his teeth? He just makes me want to use a toothpick or clean my teeth, but not like brush them. Yeah, like a toothpick. He also makes me want to smoke. Not really, but wave the smoke away. He's also showing me that, he is apologizing instantly for just living his life kind of from a self-centered kind of view. And he is telling me that you put him on, yes, toothpicks after he ate. I'm feeling that. Like, I just want to, you think nicely of him. You kind of don't completely put him on a pedestal. You knew that, you didn't completely put him on a pedestal, but you don't also acknowledge all of the issues he had. And he's very much saying that he appreciates that, but he wants to apologize that he should have been a better dad, that he was a little bit short-tempered sometimes. It was just a lot of stress that he lived under, providing and wanting to do the right thing. And it's funny that I hear that a lot, and I do it myself. Like, we want to do the right thing, but sometimes our short-temperedness, our anger, our anxiety gets the best of us. So, know that he is very much apologizing for that, and he wants you to know just how much he loved you. Like, he absolutely did. He's like, everything I did was for her. And he didn't live his life like that. I know if you were sitting in front of me, you would be like, I don't know about that. But he is wanting you to know just how much he did love you. And he has mad respect for the way that you're running your life now. Which tells me that you've been wondering, would my dad be proud of me? Thank you. I see someone using my emotes. So thank you. So whenever you're, I don't know if y'all know, when you're a subscription holder, which y'all are, for me to be able to see your comments, there are special emotes I had to make before I could do the subscription thing, and one of them is these. I also like the fairy one. That's another one of my favorite one. I like these because I get, these wings just get so many comments, but I also like the fairies because I like fairies. They're fun. Okay, who else?
Heather, Dad Phil, he went by Homer.
Okay, Mackenzie, thank you so much for letting me read your dad, Mark. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. He was a good guy. Okay. Okay, Heather, as our fairies are Scarn who you ask. All right. I'm feeling some real country energy from your dad, Phil. I'm feeling he was a good old country boy in a good way, not in a bad way, not like backwoods, kind of. He liked to be outdoors. He's showing me, oh, look at you with those angel wings. Okay. He's also making me want to work with wood, and it's making me smell a campfire. So did your dad ever, did he like to go camping? Did he have a wood burning fireplace? I can tell my voice is giving out, right? And out of water. He also had a very specific ring he used to wear. Something about his ring.
He did love being outdoors.
He is making me feel that way. Like, I don't need a whole lot. My moderator, go and get me some water. I appreciate him. Okay. Yeah, I can't even get him inside. Because I always, when spirits step up, they'll give me, if they're just showing me everything outside, I was like, well, take me inside. What'd you do inside the house? He won't even let me go in there. Oh, he said he showered and went to the bathroom. So he is very funny. Like, he is telling me, he's like, I'll show you what I did inside. And he's taking me to my bathroom. Lord have mercy. So your dad would have had a little bit of a, not in your face sense of humor, but kind of. You're not mean, not rude about it, but he would just been like, here we go. He's showing me something about y'all's relationship towards the end of his life. Heather got a lot closer. He's showing me that y'all had not been distance, but y'all had definitely gotten closer, just had some moments together. And it's like he got to know you on a whole new level before he passed, and how much he appreciated that. It was like he knew you had grown up, but he hadn't really known you had grown up. And those last moments before he passed allowed him to really see you from a different point of view. And to just see you as an adult. So thank you, Heather, for letting me read your dad. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Anyone who would like to stay behind, we're going to do a quick meditation. I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to put Miss Caitlin out of her misery here. Caitlin wants to know, will he propose soon? Not my soon. Is he going to propose this year? Next year? I'm not feeling this year, Miss Caitlin. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love for you to message me and say, you are wrong. See my ring? I would like that. All right. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to do some meditation? If you are in a safe place, Caitlin, I am feeling next year, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to get your hopes up and it not happen. So, y'all ready? We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to let our eyes close. Another deep breath. Make sure when you're breathing in to your abdomen. One more time. We're going to feel peace and just love start hitting our crown. As this peace and love starts hitting our crown, we can feel it traveling down behind our forehead, down behind our eyes, down behind our nose, behind our mouths. We can feel the stress being replaced with peace and love. We can feel this peace and love traveling down behind our throats, down our shoulders, just releasing any tension we have there. We can feel those muscles relaxing. We can feel this relaxation traveling down our arms to our fingertips. We can feel this peace and relaxation traveling down into our chest. Deep breath. We can feel love just emanating in our body. This peace and love is traveling down through our abdomen. We can just feel our whole abdomen relaxing. We're down to our root chakra now. The whole top of our body is relaxed. It's vibrating in peace and love and a sense of belonging. This relaxation is traveling down our legs to our knees, releasing any tension there, and down to our calves and to our feet, all the way to our toes. Our body is feeling relaxed. It's vibrating in peace and love. We just want to envision every cell of our body being surrounded by white light love. Every cell in our body is sucking in peace. As this peace and love exits our feet, it encircles our body. So we are completely surrounded by a ball of peace and love, where we are safe, we belong, and we are healed. We're going to take this peace and love and we're going to travel it through our house. We're just going to envision peace and love in every room in our house. Up to the ceiling, the attic if you have one. Down to the basement if you have one, out to the garages. We're just going to envision our entire dwelling being surrounded by love and peace. We're going to send that out to our surrounding areas, my yard, wherever you live. Then we're going to take this peace and love and just watch it roll out like a blanket over the state that we live in. Picture your state in your head and rolling a blanket of peace and love out over your state. Then we're going to travel it out to the entire United States. We're going to picture the United States on a map, and we're just going to envision just a whole rug of love and peace surrounding the United States. Don't forget Hawaii and Alaska that are not in the lower 48. We're going to include them also. Just surround the entire United States with peace and love. And we're going to ask that every human being that lives in the United States feels that they belong, they feel loved, respected, and they have peace at a soul level. I'm going to hold that vibration for a moment. We'll take a deep breath. Exhale and open our eyes. All right. I hope that y'all have a wonderful evening. I will be live again tomorrow night. It's a general live tomorrow night because I'm going to be out of town this weekend. I'm going to LA, going to go to California. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you all.